For lots of new mothers, trying to get their pre-pregnancy body back is a challenge, to say the least. I'm still working on it. Happy Baby Fit Mama is a workout that helps new moms tone up, and it is also a way to bond with their babies. Ellen Barrett is a best-selling DVD creator who has more than 20 years of experience in the exercise world. Welcome, Ellen. You've been a familiar face on Connecticut Style. It's great to have you again.
Thanks. It's nice to be here.
A lot of changes in your life,
Yes.
and so tell us a little bit about those changes and what you've come up with.
Well, I've had a baby. Changes everything, as you know. And I think my workouts and my sort of fitness philosophy has adapted to that and evolved. And it's not just about looking good. You have to feel good and have energy, and you have to be there for your child. And there's a whole new layer.
So this DVD emphasizes what?
So I felt like I created it because I needed it for myself. You know, I had a child in the middle of the winter. It was snowing. Couldn't really take a walk. You're afraid you're afraid your baby's going to get too cold, or you're going to slip on the ice or something. So I really wanted to do a workout that I had my baby with me, and then I could do little 10-minute things, like 10-minute cardio, 10-minute core, and then 10-minute stretch. And that's pretty much all I had through the day, is 10 minutes here and there. So I created a DVD that I thought was incredibly user-friendly for moms that had young babies at home.
And they can do this with their babies?
They can do it with their babies. They don't need a babysitter. They don't need to use their precious free time. They can just do it when they have the baby and the mood strikes them.
Now, you have some tips for mom who are trying to tone up. Where should they start?
The first tip, I think, is be really diligent about your posture. It's very easy to slouch. You're rounding forward, you're carrying the baby forward, and it's also really easy to hold one side, the baby on one side, so your posture
You're always rocking the baby
Yes.
back and forth like that.
Yes, and your posture gets really out of whack. So be diligent right from the start. Keep your ears over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips, and every time you can, think about really lifting the chest high and up, shoulders back and down. It's generic posture for everybody, for news anchors,
it helps you breathe as well.
Yes, it helps you breathe. And you know what's really interesting? Posture really does have a huge impact on energy. If you have low energy, you have bad posture. If you have good posture, you have good energy. So it's kind of reciprocal.
Okay, what else do you have for us?
Okay, rest.
Rest. Oh, we all need that rest. Have you gotten any rest? How old is your baby now?
He's a year and a half, and I have to say it's gotten worse the last couple of months.
It's only going to get worse, believe me.
But my big thing is, people always say, they say, you know, I don't understand the rest thing. I don't know how you can get rest. You know, you just have to, again, be really diligent about it. And when your baby goes to sleep, you go to sleep. I mean, last night we put our son down at 8:30, and I was down with him. And then we were up again at midnight. But at least I didn't, you know, crash in front of the TV or try to, like, do anything or make phone calls. I literally put sleep before all of that. And I think that's kind of what women have to do. You repair yourself in your sleep. Your energy gets really amplified in sleep. And even if you can take a nap, or, you might be up at 5 a.m., but maybe at some point you can just lie down and take a quick nap. It makes such a difference. I think with weight especially, the liver is a fat-burning organ, and it happens to work really well in sleep.
Exactly. You said be active with the baby. So what more do you need to do?
Well, be active with the baby means, like, go for a walk if you can, if the weather is great, or go to the playground and, push the baby on the swing and be active with the baby. You don't have to wait for a babysitter. The DVD is a great tool for that because you can be with the baby. You don't need a babysitter. You don't need to use your precious 10 minutes of free time. I personally wanted to shower whenever I had free time, and I remember my husband.
That's hard.
I know.
Got to find that time.
That's the thing. You don't realize it until you are in it with a child, how demanding motherhood is.
Now, you say stay active with the baby. That means you really have to stay hydrated as well.
Yes, stay hydrated. I fell into this trap where I just started drinking coffee all day long, and that's not really hydration. So really, try to minimize the coffee and try to have a lot of water throughout the day. It really does give you brain power. It gives you stamina. And I think it is part of the whole fat-burning process, too, is being hydrated.
All right. Let's show everybody some of these moves that you've come up with.
Yes. Well, so the theme behind these moves is loosen up.
Okay.
Moms tend to be really stressed out. And we hoard the stress in the shoulders.
Absolutely.
So the first move is just a simple backstroke.
Okay.
Really simple. These are really for anyone, and you don't need sneakers.
Oh, that feels really good.
Yeah. And the backstroke also helps your posture. It'll lift the chest. So with the backstroke,
I'm lifting.
Try to have straight elbows.
Okay.
Try to have really long, stretched out fingers.
Now, this helps for moms too, like me, who've been trying to lose the weight all this time.
Yeah, well, notice how it really relates. It goes all the way down to the waistline.
Yes, it does.
If
you
you
can
have
feel it right in your
action
core.
arms. Yeah, you feel it in your core. So that's the backstroke, really simple. Even just a minute of backstroke, really great for you.
Okay.
Now the next one is the spine twist. And so to take your arms to sort of shoulder height and just go side to side.
And what does this do?
Well, this loosens up the low back.
I'm already building up a sweat.
Yeah, way to go. And it also heats the middle back.
Okay.
And so it really will keeps tension away. Again, it tones a lot around the waistline. I also think it just energizes you. There's an energy called Kundalini energy in the spine.
Kundalini energy?
And it kind of wakens that Kundalini energy. It's really good.
Okay, now what? Anything for the lower abdominal? I mean, this part right here. This is. I've had 3 C-sections, and this is tough to get rid of.
C-sections are tough because your abs are cut.
Right.
People don't realize that either.
Right here. Woo.
Yeah. So your abs just need to be. You have to remember them, and then you have to access them, and then you use them. So exhale and bring your right knee up, and then down. Exhale. So this is interesting. The exhale actually activates the abs. So if you really, standing ab work is actually the best thing I think new moms can do to get their core back.
Should it be really slow?
This is a good pace. You can go maybe a little faster.
Okay.
But you don't want to gain momentum. You don't want to use your hip flexors. You want to trump the hip flexors and use your core. Exhale and down. Exhale and down. It's good, right?
It is. And are you offering all these in your exercise classes?
Yes. These are, well, I don't teach a Mommy and Me class, but I teach a lot of this sort of energizing movement. But in the exercise DVD, we use them a lot.
Okay.
So look, talking about the abs and the lower back.
Abs.
Take that knee and just bring it up. See if you can balance and see if you can just hug it into your chest. So new moms also, there's been a
I'm shaking.
It's hard. But, you know, balance is a big issue with new moms. You've had a baby. Your core has been really shifted. Yeah, let's switch to the other side.
Legs. Okay, here we go.
And so balance, if you can do little balance things, you can do these against the wall or a chair.
It's much better in one leg than it is in the other.
Yeah. And so balance is good. Sort of tap into the balance. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need a balance beam. You just need one leg and just lift it up and switch. Those kinds of things.
You know, a lot of women are tempted to get plastic surgery. I know I am. I've talked about it for years, getting a tummy tuck right here.
Right.
Exercising really does help tone up the muscles.
You know, I think whatever can be done scientifically and all that way, I think it can be done with Mother Nature. I really have faith in Mother Nature. And I think that, you know, it takes time.
It does.
When you have a baby, it takes a long time to have the baby. It takes almost a year. So we expect women to be bounced back and have no repercussions right away. And, you know, it takes a while to get back. And I think also the abs are really, they're very forgiving, but it takes time. And it's not just the abs, it's also the organs inside your core. And then it's also layers of fat. So sometimes having a tummy tuck or having liposuction, all those things don't really fix the ultimate problem, which is really just finding that balance again, finding that, you know, sense of center.
So get moving. Ellen Barrett, thank you so very much. And we want to give a special thank you to Brush and Floss Dental Center for bringing us all our health and fitness segment this year. Again, Ellen, thank you so very much for everything.
Thank you.
And coming up next, we'll tell you about some of the action-packed programs happening at LEAP this fall when Connecticut Style returns.